What is going on YouTube? It's Tyler from Mission VR, where it's my mission to bring you guys good quality VR content. So, have you picked up your VR headset recently and just said, I really just want to be the best knight or ninja or anything melee combat related, and just been like, I want to feel like a complete badass with any type of melee weapons? Well, this list is going to be for you, because today we are going to be going over the top 5 best Oculus Quest melee combat related games, and this list has some really excellent titles on it, so definitely stick around if you're interested in that. And guys, I've hit 3,000 subscribers and now I'm climbing from there, and I'm really excited. The next milestone's 4,000. You guys are doing a great job and I'm really enjoying bringing you guys content. And as a reward, I just did a giveaway for the Oculus Quest with In Death Unchained as a game, and we are doing another giveaway on my Discord server for Population 1. So if you're interested in Population 1, which you absolutely should be, it's one of the best games that's come out this year, go ahead and join my Discord server. The link is in the description. You are going to go to the giveaways channel, you're going to click on the giveaway, and you're going to hit the little emoji to be entered in the giveaway for a chance to win Population 1, and that giveaway is going on for about a week and 3 days still. So you got plenty of time. Head over to my Discord server, join that giveaway for a chance to win Population 1, and if you guys haven't, hit that like button on this video right now, and drop a subscribe to my channel. I bring a ton of VR content, everything from PC VR to Quest, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm bringing you guys a ton of content. I'm a super VR enthusiast, so definitely hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, and let's hop on into this. Alright guys, so with the first pick on our list here, we have Journey of the Gods, and this is a different type of game than pretty much every other game on this list, as it's a little bit, I wouldn't say slower paced, but compared to some of these other games, I guess you could say slower paced, and it's more of, I would say, a pseudo RPG, but a little more guided, if that makes sense. But it definitely has some good melee combat in it and some great mechanics that make the game very challenging. The game is also very polished, as it may be a basic type of graphical game and also just a basic game in its setup itself. The game actually handles it very well, and overall, just the game is very polished and smooth, and that's one thing that's really important, especially in a melee game where you're going to be swinging a sword around. The graphical style is definitely really nice in this game, and you definitely do find yourself lost in the worlds, in some of the environments that are just, quite frankly, really enjoyable to be in. You feel like you're in a fantasy setting, and that's kind of what you're expecting from a game like this. The game definitely has a very strong Legends of Zelda vibe, and if you're a fan of Legends of Zelda, you definitely might want to check this one out, as you're probably going to get your fix. Even the sword and shield definitely are pretty reminiscent of a Legend of Zelda game. And overall, the enemies are very diverse. There's some puzzles in the game. You know, the balance of skill between God mode and regular mode is a really fun gameplay loop, and overall, the game is challenging. It's an enjoyable game, and if you're looking for a game that you're going to get lost in for a couple hours, this is definitely one to check out. Okay, so with the next game on our list here, we have a very unique title, because it's the only one of its kind on this list, and that is Iron Lights, which is a PvP sword dueling game, and it's a really unique feature because there's no other games on the Oculus Quest right now that are PvP and sword fighting, so you're definitely going to have a lot of fun performing some kill combos and things whenever it's against another player, rather than PvE against a computer. So it's always enjoyable to have multiplayer in a game like this. This game isn't only multiplayer as well. It does have other PvE mechanics to it, that you're going to be able to do complete levels with your certain class to upgrade certain things, and there's definitely some things going on in this game, but the highlight of this game is absolutely the dueling PvP, and I really enjoyed the multiple class setups in this game. I think it promotes replay value in the stretch that you're going to really try to master certain classes, and you know, one class may fit your playstyle really well, where another class you may really hate to play. So it's definitely a nice system to have the classes, and I also did find I really loved the armor. I thought the armor was really cool in this game. One of those cool things that it's a little thing, but it feels really cool to have some of that armor on, or when you're fighting against somebody else with really cool armor. I really like the glove animations, you know, being able to hold my sword up to block somebody and I could see my armor. Definitely a really cool feature, and I also found that the game wasn't super hardcore either. When you get into combat, time slows down to about 30%, so you have plenty of time to block somebody, so you really have to strategically think about how you are going to end their life. And Also, that's another really high feature of this game. When you do finally land that killing blow, they shatter into a million pieces. It's super satisfying and definitely a really fun PvP sword fighting game. You should definitely check it out if you're into that type of thing. Okay, so here's where our list gets pretty interesting, because the next 3 games are games that not only are going to make you sweat, but are going to keep coming back to, but just because of the sheer fun factor and replay value of them. And the first one here is Ninja Legends. And this game is really fun and also really challenging, because you're going to be constantly surrounded by ninjas. And if you ever just really wanted to feel like a ninja, where you're going to be surrounded by enemies, looking for killing blows, looking for specific weak points, swinging swords, throwing stars, hitting them with a bow, this game is for you. You're not going to be moving around. So that's one thing. So if you're somebody who's prone to motion sickness, you are not going to get motion sick playing this game, because you just need a play space, because the only movement you're going to be doing is actually within that play space. And you're going to be going through different environments through an entire campaign. Moving through those environments, you're not going to be actually moving, but you're going to be standing still while enemies approach you. There's going to be several boss fights, and it's overall just a challenging experience with a lot of fun, and it's super satisfying whenever you land a blow that just completely slices somebody in half, whether it's horizontally or vertically. It's a really enjoyable sight. Now, that being said, there are moments where the game gets very challenging, and it's hard to be a ninja, actually. Turns out in real life it's hard to be a ninja. And I also found that this game, with the several different game modes in it, was really enjoyable. Endless mode promotes some replay value, and there's also daily challenges. So if you're somebody who wants to keep coming back to this game, there's always going to be something to do to it. And there's plenty of weapons and plenty of different levels to enjoy the environments in. So overall, a really great game, and definitely one to check out. Okay guys, so with picks 1 and 2 on this list, it was really difficult to pick one over the other, but I did have to do it. And ultimately at number 2, we have Swords of Gargantua, which is honestly an amazing title. It's a game that feels so unique in the stretch that you're thrown into a universe where you feel like you're going to be doing something. You're going to be fighting against an enemy that is threatening to end your existence. And that's really what the whole lore around the game is. And the lore around the game makes it such a replay central game, as you're always feeling like you're fighting for something that's bigger than you. And I really appreciate this in these type of games, as I always had that hero complex. So when I'm in a game, I like to feel like I'm fighting for something meaningful, and this game definitely gives you that. But it's not just that. The game mechanics itself, the parrying in the game, it feels super satisfying when you parry an enemy's sword. You have to dodge. You're going to get a workout. You're going to get sweaty playing this game. It's just the nature of it. And I also found the mechanics of weapon repair and weapon enchanting super satisfying. There's just a lot that this game has going for it. The adventure mode, the different floors, you keep going up in difficulty. It's honestly amazing. And on top of that, you have active developers they keep bringing out events and new weapons, and there's just constantly influx of content into the game. And not only to mention that, the game's already challenging. The game can be very challenging. It's, a lot of fun. You're going to be in these modes. You have the ability to play with up to 4 people in co-op, which means that 4 of you are going in fighting against waves of enemies that are just getting more difficult. You feel like you're up against back up against the wall. You don't have a lot of options. You got to fend them off. It's just an awesome experience. If you're looking for a VR multiplayer title, this game is awesome. It's an amazing title. You should absolutely check it out. Alright guys, and with the number 1 pick on this list, it was Until You Fall. And before anybody crucifies me later on here when Gorn is finally released, Gorn is not released at this time, so I get it. But when it is released, it would have made this list. But Until You Fall is one of the most well-crafted, well-polished games that I have ever played in VR. It's a game that you're going to play one run, and it's a roguelike dungeon crawler, but with plenty of melee combat, and borderline, I would say this might be a fitness game, because I can't tell you how many times that I play one game that, one run usually lasts 30 to 40 minutes, so it's a long run. Man, am I sweaty coming out of it. I might need to shower right after playing this game. So if you're into fitness and you're looking for a game that's going to take your time real quick and you're going to burn a ton of calories in, this game's amazing. But this game has a fair amount of weapons in it. And not only does it have a fair amount of weapons in it for you to master. Each weapon has a unique playstyle, which I really enjoy. And you have the ability to gather currency, which is called Aether in the game, and upgrade each weapon. So if you have a particular playstyle, you're going to be able to upgrade those weapons. But on top of that, when you go into these modes, it's roguelike, so every time you complete a stage, you're going to get a randomly generated upgrade. So as you continue through all the stages, your character gets stronger and stronger, but of course the enemies also get stronger. So it just creates this power paradox where if you can learn how to use certain abilities with certain weapons, you can really stack your character up, but the game still is super challenging. And that being said, there's also several difficulty modes. I mean, it took me, I think, 10 hours to just beat the relaxed difficulty mode the first time of my playthrough, let alone some of these really intense nightmare difficulty modes that the game offers. And you're going to find yourself constantly swinging, dodging left, ducking underneath, getting surrounded by enemies. And it's just really a satisfying game. And I have to say that when you dodge and you parry and hit somebody back and knock them out with the combos, it feels just so good. You feel like such a badass, and this is a game that I absolutely recommend picking up immediately if you're into VR Melee games. You will not be sorry, as this game has so much to offer. Well guys, that is it for this video. I hope you found it informative, and make sure you join my Discord server and join the giveaways channel. Hit that emoji for a chance to win Population 1 if you want that game, which if you don't have it, you absolutely should want it. It's one of the best games of the year. It's an amazing title. So make sure you join the giveaway channel, and if you guys liked this video and found it helpful, please do drop a like down below, and also drop a comment on it as it helps the video out, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I will catch you guys in the next one.